This video will show you how to get logged into OneNote online and how to use the Immersive Reader features in OneNote. The easiest way to get there, or at least one way to get there, is to go to office.com up here in the address bar. You'll either already be logged in and it may ask you to sign in with your school account that you already have, or you can click sign in here. You'll sign in with your school credentials, your school email address most likely, and then enter that password and go ahead and get all the way signed in. And when you get to this page, you should see all of your Microsoft applications online. So this is sort of like the Google Suite, but it's the Microsoft version. So you have access to all of these online tools just the way that you might have them on your desktop. You can also get to this menu if you're already logged in to, say, Word or Outlook. If you were to click on these 9 blocks here that will always be in the upper left-hand corner of the screen, you can see that you can do a quick access of all of your apps this way as well. So I can click OneNote here, or I can click it here. And when that opens up, it will give me a new page. As that's thinking, I'm going to go ahead and find a website that I want to be accessible to my students. I always use the example of Biomes. And I'm going to click on this website and then just copy all of the information. So to do that, I'm going to press Control or Command A on the keyboard to select all. Then Control or Command C to copy it. And now back over here on my OneNote page, I've got this untitled page, so I'll click over here in the blank area and I will press Control or Command V to paste it. So there is all of the text from that web page, and it's now here on the OneNote page. Now, here's where the magic starts. Once you have this on your OneNote page, you can click View and then Immersive Reader. As that's coming up, you can see that now this page looks very different and much more readable to someone with dyslexia or someone who is new to the English language. So if I were to click play right here,
the world's biomes. Welcome to the world's biomes page.
You can see that it narrates and highlights the words as it reads. So that is pretty cool in and of itself. But I want to call your attention to these 3 icons up here at the top right, because you can make this even more helpful for your students. To click on the 2 letter A's, that is text preferences. So you can make the text size bigger, and you can see in real time when you scroll the slider bar how it changes. You can increase the spacing. So that was already turned on. This is how it would come up if this were not on, but most students with dyslexia do find that a little bit more spacing between the words is helpful. You can select the font. So if your student maybe thinks that Comic Sans or Sitka is a better font for them, then they can choose that. They can also choose a background combination. So these first 6 here are the color combinations that research has shown are best for students with dyslexia. But there are also other color combinations. So if your student likes one of these other ones, they can certainly pick that if that makes it easier for them to read. I'm going to go ahead and stay with the black text on white font here, just because it'll show you a little bit more easily what some of the features are. The second icon up here at the top are grammar options. So when I click that, you can see that there's an option to turn on syllables. So now on the left, all of the words have the dot in between the syllables. So if that is helpful for your students, that can be turned on. They can also turn on the parts of speech, and they can do all of these or just some of them. So when I click on nouns, you can see that now all of the nouns are highlighted as in purple text. If I were to turn on verbs, then you can now see that the verbs are red. And I can also choose to show the labels. So above those words now is either an N for noun or a V for verb. Go ahead and turn that off for now. The final icon at the top right is reading preferences. So if I turn on line focus, you can see that now it's only going to show one line at a time. So when I play to listen to this text,
Page. Biomes are defined as the world's major communities, classified according to the predominant vegetation.
So it really pulls the reader's attention to just the line that is necessary at that time. The picture dictionary, when turned on, I'll use the word worlds to demonstrate this. When I turn the picture dictionary on, if I click on an individual word, it will give me the word in Spanish. I had that turned on earlier, and a picture of the word, in this case, world. I can turn that off as well. And then I also have the Spanish translation is turned on here. So if I wanted to translate the entire document, and you can see right now the translation is by word, but if I wanted to translate this entire document for your students, you can just turn that on. It'll think for a minute, and now that text is in the selected language, and there are lots and lots of languages to choose from. So most likely, the language that your student might need is probably going to be in here. I know Spanish and Korean or some of the top one, maybe Vietnamese, but those are all available in here. And when I click play now,
Bienvenido a la página de Biomes del Mundo.
And you can see that even the voice is a little bit different, and it sounds like an authentic Spanish-speaking voice. So those are the main features of OneNote, and I'm going to give you a chance now to try that out for yourself. You have this video to refer back to if you forget something or if you need help logging in. You could also show this to your students because they would pick right up on some of these cool features.